Hey everybody, welcome to another segment for Greekazon where we do interviews, reviews, webinars. We do all sorts of things, and we do it for your benefit so you can learn about the products that you purchase on our platform. Today we have an amazing product. Before I mention the product, I will actually introduce my co-host, and he will introduce it because he knows a whole lot more than I do. I'm here to learn just like everybody out there. So let me introduce, I'm Ari, by the way, and let me introduce my co-host, Foti Ostemos. Hello, Foti.
Yasu Ari.
Tikanis.
Oh, I'm doing good, especially when we do these little segments,
Yes.
because not only do we get to talk about stuff, educate people, but we also get to enjoy the products ourselves.
Yes, and so yes, you just mentioned something very important. This is a product that I think is super cool, but I've had it before mixed up with other things, but
Yes.
I've never had it straight. Today is going to be the first time I ever try this straight. So let us know what we're talking about here.
Okay, Ari. So we're talking about sweet vermouth.
Yeah.
And most of us might have heard that term from back in the days when whether you, your parents, your grandparents might have ordered some cocktails that had sweet vermouth. So
It reminds me of watching like Mad Men in like the 60s advertising guys
there you
like,
go.
sitting around in suits, sipping sweet vermouth and stuff
So
like
the most common cocktails back in the days was either a Manhattan cocktail or an old fashioned and some other great cocktails from the past. But more importantly is that we want to first understand sweet vermouth and then also talk about the specific sweet vermouth that we're featuring on Greekazon.
Yes.
So sweet vermouth is more than just what we know as a cocktail ingredient. It was actually developed a long time ago. Its origins come from Italy, Turin to be exact.
Really?
And
It's a very specific area it
a
started in?
very specific area, which we won't get into that right now, but what I want to is just maybe give us a little overview of what sweet vermouth is. So vermouth in general is classified as fortified wine. And what does fortified wine mean? It's wine that's been fermented, and then they add alcohol or a spirit base to it to bump up the alcohol content. And then it gets infused with some botanicals and some flavoring
Okay.
and some sort of sugars. And it becomes this really aromatic, extremely aromatic,
Yes.
flavorful, and usually sweet production. The second that you crack a bottle of well-made vermouth, you can just get punched in the face with like roses and
Okay, hold on. I haven't tried it yet,
okay.
but you said the second you crack it, which I did crack it, so I'm gonna take a whiff right now.
Take it.
Actually, we haven't mentioned what it is? Can we
Yes.
say that first?
Well, before we get into that, yes, we will. But I just want to give people the briefing about what vermouth is.
Okay.
Right? So
Sure.
that's what basic vermouth is. And years ago, or a long time ago, this particular production was originally used for medicinal reasons.
Really?
It helped you with your digestive issues. So basically it would help break down any type of discomfort that you were experiencing from eating. And it was offered to you usually after a meal, and it helped kind of the digestive process.
So
originally, that's what it was for.
okay, so let me ask you this: that's what it was for. That's what people did back in the day.
Yeah.
With your current knowledge and experience, is that a real thing, or do they just feel better because they were getting drunk?
No, I think there's some science to back that up, because I think our folks were pretty genius back in the days, pre-technology and pre-modern times, where they were able to figure things out. But long story short, there is a term called digestivo, which is an Italian term for, it's a spirit-based offering that you have after dinner to help you digest your food.
Yes.
There's a whole variety of those digestivos or after dinner drink.
Okay. I 100% believe in it, and I 100% think that's accurate. I just want to know what your take
Now,
was.
here's the thing. I mean, we like to have after dinner drinks, but we pretty much load it with other things that I think cancels the digestive factor. You know, after dinner drinks now are sweet, they're rich, they have a bunch of ingredients in them. You know, it's almost like the equivalent of having a liquid dessert,
Good point.
right? So that's what vermouth was intended for. And then vermouth made its way into recipes and cocktails through the classic times to now the modern times, because there's a renaissance again with classic cocktails. And now, every, up and coming part of the world that's in the beverage industry is making their form of vermouth.
Yes.
Being that we're Greek American, and this is our Greekazon platform, we are going to be discussing a Greek vermouth. Now, when is the last time you've had a Greek vermouth?
Never.
Okay, perfect. So we are very delighted and excited because we're finally got a product into our platform that we've read about, we've learned about. We couldn't wait for it to come to the market, but we are going to be featuring, and we are featuring and trying Otto's Athens Vermouth.
Wow, hold it up, steady. There it is.
Athens Vermouth by Otto. So
tell us about the origins of this and where it comes from, who does it, because that story is pretty interesting, I think.
So this is a production that was created by the folks that own and run a very classy, fun cocktail bar called the Clumsies in Athens, and I think they were.
You act like it's like a top 10 bar or something.
Top three in the
top three. I'm sorry.
Top three in Europe, right? So
that's awesome. That's amazing.
These folks I guess this inception happened on the second floor of their cocktail bar, and they came up with the recipe, and they really nailed it when it comes to a very well-made vermouth. They use the Sabatino grape, even though it's white, and they have their secret recipe, and they infuse it with different botanicals.
Wait, so you said this is a fortified wine?
Yes.
This right here is a white grape?
It's a white grape, Sabatino, but after it gets infused and some other ingredients, it takes on this color.
Wow. Okay, that's something I never would have guessed.
Right. But for us, we're here to give you our personal perspective on this, even though there's probably a lot more information about the production, the technical part of it. But when you think of vermouth, you think of it as a ingredient that goes into a cocktail. But how often have you tried vermouth on its own? And you did mention that early on. Never, right?
Yes. So I've had vermouth in many drinks, but nothing I ever thought about, nothing I ever tried to isolate the taste, and I've never had it on its own. So I'm very excited right now.
So I mean, as you did, we cracked open the bottle. Immediately, we get a lot of aromas. And
so that's where we were talking before. I cracked it open, but I didn't sniff. I'm gonna open it up right now. This is a full bottle. I did not touch it. So
you're not drinking the whole bottle.
You say that right now, but let's see what happens.
Right. So
oh my God, that is such a nice aroma.
So when you say that, our folks who are listening are like, what the hell is he talking about? So
yeah, I don't know.
So
please use your description, because I don't know how to describe the smell.
Right. So I get right away, Ari, rose petals is what I get. Rose water is what I get. I get cinnamon. I get citrus. I get orange rinds.
Yes. Right?
All that is just coming, it's being released now that the bottle is open.
That is, how I'm going to describe that smell?
Tea leaves. I get tea leaves.
Dude, I'm going to describe that smell as a gorgeous smell.
Mm.
Does that even make sense?
Yes, gorgeous.
Wow.
And then what I did first is I poured a little bit of it on its own,
Yes.
so that you can get the structure and flavor on your palate. There's sweetness and there's bitterness all together combining here.
Tell
So
me when to taste it.
I want you to taste it now.
Okay. I'm gonna pour some right here.
Pour some right there.
All right. A very nice color.
Cheers.
I love that smell. Oh my goodness.
You know, this is an all-season offering, in my opinion. Like, even though we're in the warmer weather, we're in May right now.
Oh.
This is also is great during the winter time on its own, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
I was gonna say, if I was cold and snuggled up in front of a fire and I was sipping on this, I'd be in heaven.
So it's got a lot going on.
It has a very, very like complex.
Yes, complex is a good word.
I mean, there's a lot going on.
But
But
it's
you know what?
complex.
Before you
it's
get
really-
into the details, let me just say, all around, everything that I'm getting is so tasty, so delicious, so like I could drink this straight.
You could, and you probably will, but
Well, I am right now.
it's a fun offering, and I think that it lends to many drinks to enhance them, but it's also great on its own at the same token. So what I've done lately, Ari, is I've been drinking Otto's Vermouth and soda, club soda over ice.
Interesting.
Now that we're getting to the warmer weather, one recommendation is you put a couple of ounces of Otto's into over ice, and then we'll add some club soda, seltzer. You could probably use tonic too, but
You know what? I would say tonic would definitely taste good, but my personal recommendation, avoid the tonic because it has like the sugar and the carbs. Do a club soda and maybe a flavored seltzer. So you're getting 0 calories, 0 carbs from the seltzer.
so yeah, this is refreshing. It's light. It's easy going down. But the other popular drink that Otto's, I think, is Otto's Athens Vermouth is a good call for is Negronis. Negronis is still
Oh
popular.
yeah. Everybody's all about the Negronis nowadays.
So on our platform, we have the best gin, Stray Dog Gin, that's on our platform.
Awesome.
You combine
awesome.
Stray Dog Gin, Otto's Athens Vermouth, a little bit of Campari, even though it's not Greek, and you got a great.
I'm sorry, why aren't we doing a package Negroni?
Now that you said it, we are.
we gotta do that package. I mean, make it easy on the people.
So that's your homework for tomorrow.
All right, I'm good with that.
And it's
man, I like this. So the taste is amazing. I haven't had it over ice with a club soda or with a seltzer, but I'm telling you right now that the way this tastes straight,
yeah,
it's gonna become one of my summer
new
favorites.
favorite.
What?
Your new favorite.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It is so good. This is so good.
So I'm hoping that this has changed your perspective about vermouth.
So if I wasn't partaking in this video clip, I would have never thought twice about vermouth. I would have never bought vermouth. I would have never had vermouth unless somebody was like, hey, you want like we're at a bar and somebody's like suggesting a Manhattan or whatever. Like never would have thought twice about it. Now this is something that's on my radar, and this is something that absolutely is a necessity for me because I love this taste straight, and I think it's going to be awesome mixed.
Absolutely. And a little bit of some fun facts. So Otto's Athens Vermouth, the folks over there paid tribute by naming their vermouth Otto's, which is the king that relocated the capital of Greece to Athens.
Really?
And then King Otto also appointed one of his merchants to come up with a recipe for a sweet vermouth. And he basically paved the road for vermouth being produced in Greece.
Oh, that's really cool.
So that's where they came up with naming their vermouth Ottos to pay tribute to King Otto, who actually was the pioneer in bringing vermouth to Greece.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I love that. I love the stories behind, the
Everything has
things
a
that we
great
drink,
story.
the things that we eat, the things that we drink. Everything has a story, and I love it when it's a cool story. And this is a cool story. I mean, these people, they know what they're doing. I mean, this is like a top. What did you say? Top three?
Top three cocktail bars in Europe.
You know what? Nah. If it was a top one or two, maybe I'd think they were cool. But
Really.
top three in the world, whatever, dude. No, but this is amazing. This is an amazing drink. I really never thought of vermouth. I've always thought of vermouth as like my parents and my grandparents, like
Yes.
something they just like slot together in their drinks, but I never
Yeah.
really thought about it.
It definitely it's changed over the years. Vermouth is more than just that bottle sitting on the shelf collecting dust.
But you know what else? And I don't know if this is important or not, but like when you have when you have different spirits, you're talking about like most of the time 40% alcohol content or maybe like a 30% or whatever. This is almost on the level of like a spirit, but like you said, it's a fortified wine, and this is 17% alcohol, which I like because like I could drink a little more without worrying about the after effects.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
as
it's
long
not
as
it's not that much more than regular wine. I mean, most wines are what, like 12, 13, 14%.
correct. Yes, 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 absolutely. So we definitely highly recommend for those that either have never had vermouth to definitely try it. And for those that enjoy vermouth, this is a selection I think that will really change your opinion.
Well, Fati, let everybody out there know like what a wuss I am with drinking, what a wuss I am with like hard alcohol and spirits and stuff like that. I'm telling you right now, this is really good. Like, this is really good. Try this.
So if
Try it straight. And
so
you know
the
what?
takeaway is that if Ari likes it, then you gotta try it.
You have to try it. Absolutely. I mean, it's super good. It's super good. These are true reviews. We don't review things that we don't believe in.
No.
We don't carry things we don't believe in. This is really good. Straight, mixed. Just try it because a lot of you people out there, if you're like me, you're thinking vermouth is like this like old school, whatever, 50s, 60s type of thing. It's really not. And like people are making like huge leaps and bounds with this stuff as Otto's Athens Vermouth is right now. It's just awesome. I love it.
So cheers to the folks that came up with this. Thank you for bringing such great tasting vermouth to our glass.
That's awesome. We love it. Thank you all. Actually, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. You could order the vermouth on the Greekazon platform, app, web, whatever. Our suggestion, do it. What two things are we going to lift up for this? Two glasses, two thumbs, two
A glass and a bottle.
a glass and a bottle up. All right, Foti, thank you so much for the information and for letting us know about this amazing product. Thank you to the people who brought us Otto's Vermouth. If you guys are ever in Athens, absolutely check out Clumsies. I mean, this is like a top 3 bar in the world. So thank you, everybody out there. Thank you, Foti. Thank you, makers of Ottos. Thank you, owners of Clumsies. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Cheers, my friends.
Cheers.
Cheers.